Hey y'all, your old pal Westy here. Welcome back just west of a food forest. Today we're going to talk about what happens to your figs when they get hit with frost. And right here, actually, what I'm looking at is a volunteer nettle patch and a curly dock that came up from some bunny mulch, which I don't mind. They're both two very good plants to have. Figs have shallow roots, and the dock is going to make a deep taproot and bring up minerals out of the clay. And the nettle is a very good food all times of the year, but it comes up very early in spring, and as you can see, it's doing well here in the fall. So very nutritious greens for times when there is less food around. But anyway, if you don't want volunteer mystery plants coming up, then I would steer clear of using animal mulch on your beds until you've composted, seasoned it for quite a while to kill off any seeds. But anyway, subject of our walk today is what happens to fig leaves when they get hit with a frost. And as you can see, they freeze really hard and then they dry up. And so now these fig leaves are done for the season. The rest of the plant is completely fine. We weren't that cold last night. We're going to get some colder freezing temperatures a couple of nights this week. Our daytime temperatures have been running 10 and 15 Fahrenheit degrees above historical averages, but our nights have been just about on average. Some plants are getting a little bit of whiplash from that, but these guys are pretty much right on time to fall asleep. The figs can take some freezing temperatures below freezing, but what you will lose below freezing is any green wood. So if you have stems that are not completely brown or gray with bark, and you're in a zone where you get deep freeze, then you'll lose those bits of the plant. I'm really not that concerned because these guys took off this year. These figs came to me last spring as 6 and 8 inch rooted cuttings, and they did very well last year. And they've taken off this year. From the 8 plants that I put in, only one didn't make it from last winter, and what happened to her was not freezing but drowning. Her root crown rotted because it started raining in December and didn't stop. It basically went on and on and on through the whole winter into the spring, which was good for the environment because we were in a drought last year and the groundwater got replenished from that. But anything with shallow roots had a little bit of trouble with too much water on the surface. But 7 out of 8 I think was really, really good. And they're a bit crowded in here, but I didn't expect all 8 of them to survive last year, and I didn't expect them all to survive the winter. And only losing one of them was very cool. And I think a lot of that success had to do with the way I set this bed up. We have good hard clay about 1.5 feet down is pure clay. So plenty of minerals for them, but not a lot of way for figs to bring that up because their roots are shallow. So I did dig through and disturb the soil quite a bit. This was just monoculture Bermuda grass lawn, so there wasn't really a fungal network to worry about. I disturbed the ground and then added diatomaceous earth to the surface after they were planted, and then mulched them in with rabbit mulch and put wood shavings on top of that, nice and loose, so air can get down in there. So they've got a really good start. And the only thing that we have to worry about in the winter here is a combination of freezing temperatures and hard wind. As you can possibly see, we are very windy on this location, pretty much year round. So what I'm going to try and do is put a partial wall of newspaper here. I've got plastic along this side, and then when I need to, I can cover the whole bed with a tarp or with plastic and give them some occasional protection. And we'll see how they do this winter. But really, really pleased with how they worked out. And I'm really excited to have bonus plants. That's going to work out. And the next thing I'm going to do with you all is to plant a baby pomegranate tree. So if you'd like to come along and see that process, go ahead and hit subscribe. After you hit subscribe, you have to poke the subscribe button again and click all to get notifications. And I will see you all soon.